In the night sky, there are to be claimed 88 constellations, all with interesting facts and mythologies. One of the constellations in the east at nightfall is the constellation Leo. Breaking down Leo. Known for its curved patterns known as the sickle, the constellation is made up of the stars Denebola, Zosma, Chertin, Regulus, Algebia, Adahaphora, and Alganubi, which outlines the body of a lion. The bright star Regulus was known as the star that stands at the lion's breast. Regulus also had distinctly regal associations, as it was known as the king's star. History and mythology of Leo. Leo was one of the earliest recognized constellations, with archaeological evidence that the Mesopotamians had a similar constellation as early as 4000 BCE. In Babylonian astronomy, the constellation was called Urgula, the Great Lion. There are two different mythologies for Leo. The first is the Nemean lion, which Hercules had to kill as the first of his 12 labors. This fearsome beast terrorized the land, killing all who ventured near it. Not only was it more fierce, larger, and stronger than other lions, but it also had the added advantage of possessing a skin which was impervious to metal, stone, and wood. Since for this reason Hercules could not kill the lion with any weapon, he wrestled it with his bare hands and finally managed to strangle the animal. Seeing at once the unique protective qualities of the pelt, he removed it with one of the lion's own claws, and thereafter wore it as a cloak. The second contender is a line featured in the poet Ovid's tale of Pyramus and Thisbe. Both sets of parents in this young couple considered them too young to marry and stopped them from seeing each other. However, the pair made arrangements to secretly meet by a mulberry tree with white berries. When Thisbe arrived at the appointed place, a lion sprang out from some bushes and she ran away with fright. Unfortunately, her veil fluttered to the ground as she ran, and the lion, bloody from his latest kill, pounced on it. A short time later, Pyramus arrived, saw his beloved's bloody veil, and believed she had been killed. Totally distraught and unable to face life without her, he threw himself on his sword. As he lay dying, Thisbe returned, took his sword, and killed herself. The Leo Triplet. Near the star Chertin, there's a small group of galaxies about 35 million light-years away consisting of three spiral galaxies, M65, M66, and NGC 3628, called the Leo Triplet. Messier 65, or M65, is a galaxy that is low in dust and gas, and there is little star formation in it, although there has been some relatively recently in the arms. The ratio of old stars to new stars is correspondingly quite high. In most wavelengths, it is quite uninteresting, though there is a radio source visible in the NVSS, offset from the core by about 2 arc minutes. The identity of the source is uncertain, as it has not been identified visually or formally studied in any published papers. The Leo Ring. Leo Ring, a giant ring of cold gas 650,000 light-years wide surrounding the galaxies of the Leo group, is one of the most dramatic and mysterious clouds of intergalactic gas. Since its discovery in the 80s, its origin and its nature were debated. Last year, studies of the metal abundances in the gas led to the belief that the ring was made of this famous primordial gas. Messier 105, also known as NGC 3379, is an elliptical galaxy that has a core region that is about 50 million times more mass than our Sun. This galaxy is considered a black hole that contains very few young stars and stellar clusters, suggesting that this galaxy is forming new stars, but very slowly. Large Spiral Galaxy Messier 95, or NGC 3351, is about 75,000 light years across and one of the larger galaxies of Leo. In fact, it is part of a not quite so famous trio of Leo galaxies with neighbors M96 and M105, 38 million light years distant. In this sharp and colorful cosmic portrait, a bright, compact ring of star formation surrounds the galaxy's core. As a bonus, follow along the spiral arm unwinding down to the right, and you'll soon get to M95's latest supernova, and now identified as the explosion of a massive star which can be seen with a small telescope in the night sky. Leonids. The Leonid meteor shower has produced some of the most spectacular meteor displays in history, but is unfortunately periodic in nature. The Leonids generally begin on November 13th and end on November 21st, with the maximum generally occurring the night of November 17th or 18th. The Leonids are barely detectable at beginning and ending dates, but observers are generally treated to displays of about 10 meteors per hour on the night of maximum. About every 33 years, the Leonids enter a phase of enhanced activity that accompanies the return of its parent comet. During these periods, rates can amount to hundreds and even thousands of meteors per hour. The last such enhanced period occurred during the period of 1998 to 2002, and the Leonids have been winding down ever since. Leo Zodiac Astrology. If your birthday falls between July 23rd to August 22nd, you are considered a Leo. Leos are known to be confident, ambitious, generous, and loyal, but can be very stubborn, melodramatic, and vain. Public image is very important to Leo, with luxurious possessions and way of life. This keeps the public image in high standing. They will do whatever it takes to protect their own reputation. Leos are very generous, kind, and open-hearted people. If a Leo is crossed, they will strike back with force, but not one to hold a grudge. They easily forgive, forget, and move on. Leos are always trying to make things right in the world. They have larger-than-life emotions and need to feel like they have accomplished something at the end of the day. They react to situations with the action instead of sitting back and thinking about it. They are not impulsive, however, because they look at the future and consider consequences of their actions. Whether you see it as only stars or as a lion Hercules killed, having Leo, the great lion, holds great importance in history to our night sky.